jasmine, oolong, green, and white. Long ago, these 4 teas were skillfully brewed at the Blissful Brew. Then, everything changed when the shop's popularity threatened its existence. All Mr. Okuran, the shop's owner and tea master, could do was to recruit 4 teenage orphans to learn his trade and staff his shop. A year has passed since the orphans were hired, and although their skills have progressed, they still have a lot to learn before they can brew anything. But I believe that they have the potential to make the Blissful Brew the greatest tea shop in the world. Last time on Benders Brews, an Avatar Legends podcast.
So I got Madame Yang in a hole, so I'm gonna earthbend a lid on top of the hole that I just put Madame Yang in.
Let me out! Let me out this instant!
I'm gonna go talk to that guy that said he was with Madame Yang in the last episode. I open the door, or I let him go first.
He opens the door, and immediately a fist flies out and just punches him right square in the face. And then they grab him, pulls him into the room, slams him up against the wall, in which case you reseal.
Whoa, Bill, we have a bit of a problem. We're running out of ingredients.
Well, it just so happens I know where some ingredients are. They may or may not have been launched into the topiary maze in the backyard. We find one card, we can find them all. How good are you with mazes?
Oh, I'm a natural. With that, Bill starts leaving to go to the maze.
I'm headed to the maze.
Oh, are you going to go into the maze today?
Yeah, I'm going right.
Just to forewarn you, there are rumors that a spirit lives inside of this maze. The spirit of lost things. And they say if you find it, it will help you find something that you've lost. But only if you can solve its riddle.
You successfully just kind of start plowing through these walls in this maze.
Bill just kind of walks around and then just starts looking for a crate.
You quickly find the crate.
Is this alcoholic tea?
I mean, it can be if you supply your own.
You there, servant, bring us raspberry cordial. Oh, this is quite delectable.
Meeka, who is currently wandering through the maze. Where are you going?
The center of the maze.
She finds a strange, glowing, like a cloudy wisp that leads her through the maze. You are able to find your way to the center of the maze. And in the center of the maze is a spirit. Its head turns
like an owl?
all the way around to look at you with its giant eyes.
Hello, my name is Ushide. Welcome to the center of my maze.
And welcome back to episode 10, Benders
and Brews.
Benders and Brews.
Nice.
What's her question?
Okay, so today's question for you guys, for your characters, is if your character was trapped on a desert island, what are 3 things that they definitely would have with them that they probably brought along? A lot of people are like, what are 3 things you brought with you? And I'm like, well, I wasn't planning on being stuck on a desert island. So in reality, or my favorite answer, and you're not allowed to use it because obviously it doesn't fit this timeline, which is a car door because it's going to get hot. I want to roll the window down. So I'm going to start. I know it. I think I heard it on Zoom. You remember Zoom on PBS? It's like a sketch show. Like a kid's sketch show is great. Anyways, Connor playing Brock. I like to make sure to specify that at the beginning of the episodes. Yeah. What would Brock bring along to a desert island to, I don't know, make sure he's prepared, survive, have some fun?
So this is stuff he's bringing with him with the forethought of he's going to be on a deserted island.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's just say like Brock is like, man, this airbender picked me up and is flying me around and he's going to just drop me in the desert.
Okay.
And that's going to be my bachelor thing. Like a bachelor party concept. But you're all by yourself, so it's not really a party. And he's like, I can bring 3 things. That's how much the airbender said he could carry, along with myself.
All right. So I think Brock would bring a canteen
Okay.
full of water,
Okay.
a clay mold, like a brick mold, because he would earthbend. He would mix the water with the sand, with like the clay sand that's under, like on the shoreline, and earthbend himself
A bed.
like a little boat.
Oh.
And then a giant fan, like they have on a fan boat.
Sure. So you're
And
gonna
you
make yourself like a little skiff, like a.
Make myself a fan boat and get off the island in a day.
Okay. Oh right, because we're on an island.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was just imagining like right in the middle of the desert, and I'm like, why has he got a boat? Oh yeah, like on Avatar, they kind of had like boat things. Is that what he's talking about? No, you're on an island. I forgot. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense.
It's not a desert island. It's a deserted island.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we can roll with that. I think the reason most people say a desert island is just because it like focuses it. But I guess you could say
No, I
like,
meant
well,
with,
what if
like,
you're?
why would he need a boat in a desert?
Yeah.
At-
Right.
with
No,
making
you're
a
right.
joke.
You're right. Yeah. No,
Okay.
I get you. Yeah. All right. Dave playing Guo. What would Guo have on a desert island, deserted island? Either or.
Well, he'd bring his satchel.
Oh yeah.
It's not a purse; it's a manly bag.
That's
It's a
right.
merce.
I mean, it's a bit pricey, but he's glad he bought it.
Sure.
And in that bag, he would have probably a kalimba,
Ooh.
keep him entertained, pass the time, and also he would have Dilbert.
Oh yes,
So
absolutely.
then, I mean, it's better than talking to a volleyball.
It's
so.
that's right. It's a much less deserted island when you got somebody with you. It's a good point. I like that. I like that a lot. Bill, played by Cameron. What would you have with you on a desert? Now you're a big Survivor fan. Cameron is.
Oh, I know what he's gonna have. His staff.
Oh.
His bow staff.
No.
Okay.
You carry that. You sleep with it.
The staff will be changed to be a fishing pole.
Okay.
So he'll fashion. So fishing gear would be one. And
Okay.
he would be using his staff as a fishing pole.
Okay. Okay.
As also, he'd probably sharpen one end, also make it as a spear too,
Okay.
for spear fishing.
Sure.
His second item would be a tarp, a giant tarp. So he has this shelter situation as well as a rain collector. And his third one would be a giant pot, like a giant pot.
Bag of pot.
No.
No, like
a clay
pot.
pot.
Like a
okay.
giant
Like
metal
metal
pot.
iron pot.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you gonna do with the pot?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Cook things in it.
Sure. Fish soup every night.
Fish soup. Boil the water.
Fish head soup.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Make
a thing.
stews.
A coconut reduction.
Deserted island like cook-off show. Oh my gosh.
He's heard that you just kind of can toss anything into a pot, a stew, and it'll taste good.
That's often true.
And I mean, considering that he won't have any other sources of food, I feel like he could put anything in the pot and it'd probably taste good.
Yeah.
So
It will eventually.
yeah,
Well, if you had enough, like,
and he's getting fish. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
also, if you got lobsters,
Rock lobsters.
you can toss those in the pot.
Sure. Awesome. Cool. Sounds like he's gonna be eating good. For sure. Michaela playing Meeka. You good over there?
My eyes watering.
I saw that.
I don't know why.
Oh, are you gonna bring some tissues to the island with you?
No.
Okay. What is Meeka gonna bring to this deserted island? Only 3 things.
I can bring a person.
I suppose.
I'm gonna bring my dad.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna torture someone else?
Dang.
Force them to live there with you? Oh my word!
Okay.
Monster.
She got real.
I
She
don't
hit
think I'd
real
be
hard.
torturing, my dad. He's my dad. He
Okay.
signed up. He signed up for me, literally.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna bring your dad,
Yeah,
Mactook.
Yep, he's a very good survival expert.
Sure.
oh, so you're just going to make him do everything.
I see where it is now. Okay.
I'm also going to... See, I feel like I don't really need to bring anything.
Say
I
it.
have
say
No.
a giant palm frond so that he can fan you with it.
I'm sure that's already on the
Oh.
island.
Bring a book titled How to Survive on a Desert Island.
For dummies.
No. Because I have like my waterbending skills. I can just, do whatever I want with that.
Right.
I also have like my bloodbending skills, so like I could just catch fish that way.
When I initially thought of this question, I didn't really think through the idea of a waterbender being stuck on a deserted island. It doesn't really mean as much for a waterbender.
Honestly, this challenge was hardest for Bill Dorr.
Yeah, absolutely. The non-bender who's just like, I gotta do everything like a
I have
normal
to actually
person.
survive while you chumps can just bend everything.
Maybe Bill should bring a flying bison whistle just in case any
Oh,
air nomads.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So like I feel like as survival, I wouldn't really need it, but I'd want the company. And,
Yeah.
My dad would make for great company.
Right.
And then, like I said, with my other skills, I could, either get off the island or catch my food fairly easily. So
Okay.
maybe I'd bring something sweet.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say maybe because you brought a human, it counts as three spends, all 3 spends.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that works out for
That's
you.
fine.
So
A
okay.
human and something sweet.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
All right. Sounds good. Something either a fruit or candy or something.
Like some kind of candy, like
Okay.
chocolate.
Okay. Cool. Enough to share with your dad, or just for you?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, okay.
He's my best friend.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, now that we know what everybody would bring with them on a deserted island, we will not be visiting a deserted island, but we will be jumping back into Benders Brews, an Avatar Legends podcast. As we left off, Meeka, you are staring directly into the eyes. That eyes.
Oh.
The eyes.
Aye,
Of this spirit being that sits before you on top of a rock in the middle. It's more of it's like an actual like rock pedestal, like a fancy decorative piece.
Too bad I'm not a rock bender.
That's right. Too bad. And it is just referred to itself as Ushide, and it is the based on context clues that you got earlier by the servant that told you that there is a spirit of lost things that resides inside of this maze. You assume that might have been what you have just found, and it sits before you, and it says,
Welcome to my abode. What brings you here?
Apparently you do.
Oh?
Yeah.
Did I?
I'm assuming. I mean, there's a little misty thing. Followed that and led me here, so.
The spirit wisps. You saw spirit wisps, and those brought you here to my place of residing.
Yeah, looks like it.
Well, welcome. May I ask you a question?
Yeah, but I might not answer it.
Fair enough. Have you lost anything recently? Or maybe not so recently?
I mean, I feel like the answer to that question is gonna be yes, no matter who you ask.
No, most people do answer yes. Once they're done freaking out and seeing a spirit, of course. Apparently, seeing spirits in your world is not a very common thing.
No, it's not really at all.
Oh, that's so unfortunate here in the spirit world. That's pretty much all you see.
So, you could say you not seeing a human.
By choice.
Sure, yeah.
It is.
Okay.
We choose not to usually.
Yeah.
But here you are, standing right in front of me.
Yeah.
Very strange. Very strange. I must ask you, what is it that you have lost? Something of importance to you, perhaps?
I've lost a few things of importance for me.
What would you
How
say?
does this work? Does it like go by your deepest desire or your biggest want or your...
If you heard of me, said you've heard that I can help you find things.
I heard that. That's all I heard about you, actually.
That's so rude. You'd think people would remember other things other than just, the genie that grants you wishes. But albeit they are correct. I can help you find the thing that you've lost that's most important to you.
So not my sock.
Is that most important to you? I've heard stupider things.
Like what?
I've had people ask me to help them find people they've lost. And by lost, I mean for good. And I'm like, yeah, right here in the dirt. They're dead. It doesn't change. I don't bring people back to life. I just help you find them. You know what I mean? Like, it seems so foolish, in my opinion.
So I shouldn't have asked you where a dead person is, because,
Right.
say, in the ground.
Say, oh, they're buried, at this place. And that'll be the end of it. Well, I can take you there. It's the spirit world.
But I
Doesn't
couldn't
really
talk
matter.
to them? I mean, it's the spirit world.
Yeah, I mean, they're dead, yeah.
But their spirit would be there.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
It has. But very rarely.
So you're saying there's a chance?
If you want to risk it, that's on you.
I don't think so.
Okay. But before you do find what is lost, you have to answer my riddle.
Okay.
And before I tell you the riddle, you have to agree to the terms.
Are you going to tell me the terms before I agree to the riddle?
Of course I will.
Okay.
Yes, the terms are this. If you successfully answer my riddle, then I will take you to something that you've lost. You just have to tell me what it is that you wish to find. But if you get it wrong, you will find that something has gone missing.
Of a great importance or not? I could deal with missing my sock. Happens all the time.
I don't know. You sounded pretty intrigued about finding a sock a minute ago. But it's dealer's choice. I'm the dealer.
Ooh. Okay, I agree to your terms.
Oh, good.
It's not like I'll die,
No, I don't kill people. I just take an item off their person or maybe something back at home.
But maybe not my mask that I'm wearing. That's kind of important right now. People are looking for me.
It could be like a Batman situation where it's like, I didn't kill them, I put them in a position to die.
Right.
You take their lungs.
You say a Batman situation. I would call that a Brock and Madame Yang situation.
Why would you go for their lungs out of all the things? Like,
Oh, you need your lungs to
I know, but then they die of like
Then they die. Then you're still killing
asphyxiation.
them at that point.
But then they die of like asphyxiation versus like if you just
You don't kill
take their heart.
You put them
I
in
feel
a
like that'd be less
position to
painful than like
die.
their lungs.
Or you could take their liver, because you can technically live without a
I
liver.
don't know there was this side to you. Okay, anyway.
I don't know.
Moving on.
It's important to think through these things. If you ever find a genie, a lot of times people think immediately to Disney Aladdin, but like in reality, the genies were dark. Like you'd ask for something, like you'd be like, "Oh, I want gold," and then like next thing you know, they like dump a bunch of gold on top of you and you die.
Well, I'm just saying, like, taking a lungs out of a person versus, like, like their brain or their heart. Like, if you take their brain, there's brain dead. If you take their lungs, they literally die of asphyxiation.
Sure.
Take their left
seems
big
a little bit
toe.
of-
That's just going to be a long-term death. Eventually, one day, they'll slip.
Yeah. Okay. So, with that in mind, he reiterates. He says,
I will not take anything biological off of you. If that makes you feel better.
I wasn't really worried about it.
Like how he establishes after the terms have been made.
After I agreed to it.
Pray I don't alter this deal any further.
So there's a lot of
sorry, I
standards
could
here
say
that
it in
have
his
been
voice.
altered because immediately after making a deal, he's already changed part of the conditions.
Not really
So,
how I
like,
usually
yeah,
do.
how far can he push these conditions? He makes the rules apparently.
It is funny because I did read that someone said like all contracts are editable. Like you can literally write on the contract and change it, but that's all before you sign it. So, anyways, he looks at you and he says,
All right. My riddle is, what can be seen during the day, but is lost in the night?
Your shadow.
Very good.
"Did you already hear that one?" Or did it-
I may have heard that one, but that was the first thing that popped in my head. I mean, it makes
right
no
on.
sense. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
the sun.
I spent a lot of time trying to find a riddle that had like the concept of something being lost in it because it fit the narrative. Anyways, he says,
Very good. Well, that was quite impressive. Some people that come here don't always get it right. So, what is it that you've lost that you wish to find, Meeka?
How do you know my name? I lost something a while ago. Not that long ago. Kind of a while ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to know what it is if I want to be able to find it for you.
Well, how specific do I have to be?
I mean, I'm not like a jerk that's trying to like take advantage of you. Like,
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I say, like, okay, the thing I'm talking about is, like, I came across a little, fox dog pup.
mm-hmm.
And so if I would say, oh, I lost a fox dog, would you give me any one or the one I lost?
Well, if you want me to find the one you lost, I'll find the one you lost.
Yeah, the one I lost. That'd be
Yes,
nice.
it's right here.
and
You
out
pull
from
it out of your pocket? Ooh.
That's right where he opens his
Pulls out
robe.
a jar.
Oh no! No, he literally stands up off his pedestal and from behind the pedestal runs the fox dog. It comes out and it runs up to you excitedly.
Yeah, and I start crying.
Oh,
Happy tears, you know.
yeah, absolutely.
I finally have a friend again.
What am I?
None of you are here. Just
Cold
how to tolerate
dishwater.
you.
Ushide, a tear kind of drips down its cheek, and he says, I say he, it's a spirit, it doesn't really have. They say, I don't know.
Oh, it is always just that much more pleasant when someone manages to solve the riddle. You humans get so excited when you find something you've lost.
Do you need a hug?
No,
Okay.
please no.
Okay.
Even that guy with the sock, he was so excited. I will say though, the people that ask to find dead people, they also usually cry. But I don't think it's just not the same way.
Well, you know, you can't really blame them.
Fair point.
Maybe they had a little bit of closure.
Oh, well, I guess I've helped them with something. They usually seem very angry after the crying for quite a bit.
Yeah. You know, stages of grief and all.
Oh, you humans are so... I don't quite understand, but in this moment...
Maybe this is why you do that, so you can understand our emotions.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. I suppose. It makes sense.
Why else would you do it? Like a crow, do you like to keep shiny things?
Sometimes that's what I take off the people that don't get my riddles correct.
Okay.
But I digress. This is my place of residing. And you got your...
Oh, so
Lost.
you want me to, like, leave?
I mean, if, I was gonna take a nap. Mother weirdo walks in and asks for help finding things.
But I get to take my thing. Right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's your thing. I mean,
Okay.
that you lost. So now it's not lost. Yay!
Bye!
And
Yeah, just follow the spirit wisps that you saw and you came in here and they'll lead you out.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna walk out
Okay.
carrying my little puppy a little bit, maybe a little bit too tight, but not
Oh.
tight enough it's gonna hurt. Just
Right,
because
right.
I don't want to lose it again, you know. And the spirit was to take me all the way back out of the maze, just out of the spirit realm.
yeah, so basically you follow the spirit wisp, and when it sort of like wisps away, right, at the end of it. So as soon as you step to the end of it, you turn back around and it's all gone. I mean, it's just regular maze now.
Everything turns back to normal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna find my way out then.
Sure. You have your fox dog back
Yeah, I'm so excited.
that you lost, which again, you listeners out there will find out more about in the prequel episodes.
Yeah.
Is there a name for the fox dog?
Well, apparently not, because she didn't even know what to tell the spirit to help her find it. So that'll be
it was kind of a fleeting moment we had.
But it does seem to recognize you, and it seems very excited to be with you. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna walk back towards the direction I think the entrance is.
Okay.
And then hang out
Okay.
around the entrance.
All right. You do that after a little bit. But for the most part, you're able to figure it out. Eventually, you hear voices, coming from the parties. You're able to kind of follow. It's easier to find your way back than it would be to find your way to the center.
Yeah.
Because you can just follow the sound of the party. So
From the maze, can I see the blissful brew? Thing or
if
not?
you kind of move a little bit in one direction around the house, just like a little ways, like you could still pretty much be touching the maze. But as long as you go around a little bit, yeah, you can see it off in the distance. You see it is very popular right now. It is popping. There are so many people there right now.
Well, I'm not gonna go that direction.
They seem very excited.
I'm worried somebody's gonna find me.
Okay.
I'm not only playing this game to win, but I'm playing this game to live.
Okay. It's a matter of life and death, and also a little bit money.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm just gonna hang out then with my puppy and play with it.
Okay.
Maybe train it.
So you're in the backyard, which is where the maze is. The one thing that I was just going to point this out to you, but there's not a whole lot of people back here now. You almost wonder if maybe a lot of them actually have gone, seeing the commotion over at the Blissful Brew booth, probably headed in that direction out of curiosity. So you're pretty secluded for the most part,
Good.
There are maybe a couple people back there, but not too many.
I like it that way.
Okay, cool. I mean, nobody's bothering you about your dog, so you're good to go.
Or me in general.
Yeah,
so.
oh yeah, exactly. Brock, what? Where are you at? You are, so you trapped Madame Yang. You trapped her associate who came with her.
Sure did.
You went back out to kind of mingle with the party, where you ended up running into Bill. Bill asked you about the ingredients that you helped lose. You told him about the maze. He went to the maze. That was the last thing that you experienced.
Yeah. So,
where are you? What are you off to? What are you doing?
well, I was chilling, mingling around. I saw a big commotion going on outside over by the Blissful Brew. So,
Yeah.
I'll go check it out over there, see how my compatriots are doing.
Sure.
With this huge crowd, and try and, try and have a little chat with them while I'm over there.
Okay, sounds good. You head over that way, and everybody. It's a pretty big crowd, and it actually takes you a little bit of time to even get up to the booth itself. It's just so popular. So many people are gathered around getting drinks, and you can see over top of them, because Brock is a pretty tall guy. You can see over top of all these rich people, between their top hats and things. Bill and Guo are really just hammering hard at, getting things filled up. They're having some laughs with the customers. Notice that Guohan seems to be filling some of the tea with a little bit of something special. He's got like some bottles of something or something. You're not entirely sure what it is. You're like, oh, I don't recognize that from back at the Blissful Brew. That's what you notice. But eventually you do work your way to the front of the line.
All right. So, am I still wearing my mask?
Yeah.
All right, so I go up to Guaohan and Bill Dor. I give him one of those double winks real quick.
There it is.
Otherwise known as a blink. But
At this point, Bill's seen it all.
yeah,
Bill has seen every possible form of wink, blink.
Bill's become dull
He's dull to the
to the wink.
So I go up to him and I'm just like, "Hey guys, I got to be quick because there's this huge line behind me, but I don't know how to explain it real quick. But Madame Yang and the associate guy, they're trapped, and I know where they are. What should we do?"
They're trapped.
What?
So I may or may not have caused the ground to disappear from beneath Madame Yang and slid a lid on top of her. She might be running out of oxygen. And her associate is now locked in a room with 3 of her minions. So when this party's over, we should probably try and deal with that.
I like how Brock came up and he's like, "Guys, I can't get into much detail, but here's the situation." And then they're like, "What?" And then he's like, "Okay, I'll give you some more detail."
I'm currently murdering someone. Okay, Brock.
Wow.
I'm not a murderer. So just once this line is died down and once this party's over, I'm gonna need some help in dealing with Madame Yang. and her boy. So
will she even be alive by then?
probably. I mean,
You should probably give her air holes or something.
well, I mean, what's done is done. If it's like Schrodinger's Madam.
She is both dead and alive in that hole that I dug her.
So at this point, what's done is done. So we'll wait till the end of the party and see what happens. We'll see what we find. We'll have at least 4 people that are alive, and 5 if we're fortunate. So yeah. So just I'll find you guys. I'll hang around at the end of the party. This is just delivering a message here. So
As Brock's telling us this, Guo's gonna tap a cask of Amontillado and start pouring that into some of this tea. That's some heavy stuff, Brock.
well,
You might have gone a step too far.
Yeah, I think so too.
well, it happens.
What's done is done.
What's done is done. Stuff happens in the heat. We all make mistakes in the heat of action. Can I retry that line?
How big of a hole did you make?
It was 6 feet deep. And, she could probably turn around. Maybe.
What do you mean turn around?
Well, like, it's about the width of a chair. So if her shoulders are as broad as a chair, or shorter, or less broad, then she can somewhat turn around. If her shoulders are more broad than the chair she was sitting in, she's just going to be facing one
I
direction.
feel like her level of turning and comfort is the least of her worries right now.
Well, you you got to take into account at least the comfortability of what could be her grave.
Are you listening to yourself, Brock, right now?
I admit I may have taken this a little too far. Just a little.
A little.
I am willing to take a little bit of blame here. But you see, we've got rich people standing behind me probably wondering why we're talking about
There is actually a rich woman standing behind you, and she's only been half listening in, and she leans over and she says,
Is this part of the secret menu?
Yep, sure is. And Guo tops her up.
"Here's a 6-foot Madam Yang."
6 foot.
Oh, extra for
Just
you.
run.
Go have a good time.
Oh, I will.
Run in lines.
So I just take a teacup and just sort of go about my business till the end of the party.
No, when you say take a teacup, we're talking about a teacup with tea in it.
With tea, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just it has tea, and I'll just be sipping on it through the night.
That's tea.
I'll just be chilling with my teacup, take a little sip of it, and
Notice it
realize
tastes a little weird.
It tastes a little off, but
I mean, here's the thing. Brock's used to some strange teas, as he's discussed before.
Mm-hmm.
He likes his whatever he picked up off the ground, threw it in some hot water, kind of. If I remember correctly, in a previous episode, you had said it was like passerby fruit salesman, whatever, fell out of his cart, put it into a tea, and that's what you drink. So, I mean, when you say, it kind of tastes funny, but it really doesn't bother you at all. It just doesn't taste like you normally taste.
it's like the difference between a Coke and a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
A little bit different, but
there's a bit of difference here, but also it's still Coke, so okay.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good way of putting it. So, yeah, you're sipping away. Guo and Bill, I mean, like I said, you guys are now with this information, just working hard, getting the tea served. And the night's going to progress. I mean, bottom line, the night kind of gets a little bit later. You start to notice that guests start leaving. You guys are, since you guys are outside, obviously you would see, every time somebody leaves, they go down the main path, which goes past you guys. They probably take a sip to go. before heading out. And, like I said, it's getting late. The party's kind of coming to a close. You guys are finally kind of like getting a breather. There's, maybe an occasional customer that'll stop by for some tea.
Are all just leaving Madame Yang in the hole?
For now. Well, you don't know about Madame Yang. What are you talking about?
No, sir. That'd be your 9th drink. We have to cut you off there.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, thank you. That's a great compliment.
You're welcome.
You can leave us a compliment as well in our tip jar on how good our drinks have been.
Oh, okay.
But we're running low, and there's other people who've only had 1 or 2. So
do you guys have a restaurant or something?
Oh yeah, Blissful Brew. It's here in town.
You gonna make this stuff for that?
No promises.
Oh, it's the nose. I get it. I'll see you later.
Yeah, Guo taps his nose and
Nods
at him.
You guys have a wonderful night.
And then Bill just kind of points at the tip jar one more time.
He drops a few coins in there, a few yuan. Like 10 yuan.
We appreciate
hospitality.
I was not gonna go with that. We appreciate it. That's what Bill says.
And I appreciate you. And with that, he starts to stumble away.
Singing,
and then
the girls embossing.
The girls
it's him. Dude, we didn't recognize it.
And now he's all dressed up. He's a fancy drunk man. He's been wealthy all along.
We just got him on a bad day.
That's right. Well, he had been kicked out of like 3 bars, so he just asked you if you guys had a restaurant, the same restaurant that he like broke into.
He does not remember
2
that
days
night
ago.
Clearly. Got his ass kicked by Bill Dorr.
That's right. Drank some dishwater from Guo and had a water tribe girl
by all of us,
reject him basically.
I just stood there. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, got intimidated by this giant alleged teenager.
Probably better that Brock didn't.
Who knows? Awesome. So yeah, as the night kind of comes to a close, you kind of look around. You even notice, given that it's kind of a rich people's party, there's a lot of people that have just taken their masks off and kind of given up on the game because it's only 250 yuan. I mean, who cares, right? It was more for the game. There's only maybe a few people that are taking it seriously. And I say that for everybody at the table. And aside from that, I mean, like I said, I mean, things are kind of coming to a close. The man of the house, Mr. Yotaku, he comes out and he says, if there's anybody still participating in the mask game, could you please come to the front, please? We're going to have to finish this game off. And yeah, so anybody who's still wearing a mask.
I guess that's me.
All right.
And me, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true. You are too. So the two of you step up to this gathering.
Okay, side note.
Yeah.
So I just had to say his name?
Yeah. Like call him out, basically.
Bro.
Do you recognize it, Sam? He's also in disguise.
It's a good
But
point.
is his outfit in disguise?
Yes, it is.
Dang it.
We both have changed outfits and have masks on.
And
I
ironically,
washed dishes with this guy.
Yeah, we literally see each other every day we've worked.
I feel like we instantly know each other.
out of curiosity,
the
and I
way
don't
he walks.
think we answered this last time, but Brock, what kind of mask are you wearing?
I thought it was like a...
It was like a blue spirit
Kabuki
mask. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kabuki. Okay, yep.
Because the blue spirit mask would clash with the green.
Right, right. So it's a Kabuki mask. Okay,
I
got
was
it.
hoping for a Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, like the wooden TV.
Yes.
I was wishing for a luchador mask.
Ooh.
Next time.
Okay.
Next time. That's Brock's professional outfit.
I was gonna say,
He only wears that for Earth Rumble.
Nah.
Okay, so the both of you are called over to this gathering. With you guys, there's about a dozen people left. And Mr. Yotaku stands there and he says, "Well, I suppose we can start this off the easy way. Anyone recognize anyone?" And 3 people managed to call like 1 person out each. So now you're down to about 9 people, and they're all just standing there like, I don't know who anybody else is, or I'm not sure. You know.
Okay. Are we allowed to like walk around and ask people questions? Or?
Yeah. And he mentions to you. He says, "I'll give you guys 15 minutes. That should be plenty of time to maybe figure some people out, and whoever's left at that will split the money between them all."
You're joking.
So we could do all this for 30 yuan apiece and just sit here. I mean, I'll just
How many
chill
of them
up
are
there.
drunk?
You see some. Pretty much most of them have blissful brewed teacups in their hands.
All right,
But but I
You
won't
don't
know that
know
their
that.
drinks are spiked.
Oh,
so
it's
just like by
true.
looking at them,
By looking at them, you might
Like,
notice
do they
that like
look
maybe
weird,
1 or
awkward?
2 are like real loopy. Yeah, but I
Okay.
mean, some of the other ones you might not really notice just how drunk they are until you actually talk.
I'm gonna go to like the real loopy ones. I'm gonna strike up a conversation.
Okay. Yeah, you walk up to one and he says, "Oh, hi there, lady. What's your name?"
Not falling for that one.
You gotta get up.
I don't know.
You gotta
guess you
try.
need to beat him to it. Because now you can't just say, I'm not going to tell you. What's your name? Yeah, it wouldn't really work.
Well, I
like
could lie to him.
Yes.
I could be like, "Oh, my name's Muktuk.
That's
Are
a
you
lot better than Meeka.
are you
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Muktuk?
Your name is Muktuk?
I mean, yeah.
Hey guys, I got Muktuk over here. And he points at you and he says, "Your name is Muktuk. I got you."
Actually, it's not.
What? Ah, that's not fair. You can't do that.
Wait, wasn't the rule if you guess someone incorrectly, you have to take off your own mask?
That was a rule.
So that guy's just
Oh,
out.
Oh. He goes, and then someone says, "Wait, your name's not Muktuk?"
Nah, it's
And they
not.
say, "Oh, looks like you're out, sir." He says,
Yeah.
dang it." He takes his mask off and he throws it on the ground. And Mr. Yotaku's like, "Oh, please, no, these are my masks. Please."
I look at Brock and I give him a wink,
You don't
but
know
he
it's
can't
me.
tell because
A person in a
That's-
mask gives
No.
you a wink.
we've decided that we can tell.
Oh yeah,
Who
I
each
guess,
other
'cause
are.
We do work in the dish pit for
Okay.
like years.
Yeah.
So you see a familiar wink that you've seen every
And then
day.
you see the
I'm
classic-
assuming it's
the
him, just
classic
like by his
Brock double wink
mannerisms.
back
Our,
at you.
our podcast listeners are going to start shipping Meeka and Brock now because they
Yeah.
exchange winks in the
Yeah.
dish room.
He's a psycho killer.
I'm just assuming. I'm assuming it's him by the way his mannerisms.
Right.
You know.
I am not a killer.
I'm gonna walk up to the other tipsy-ish, extravagant person.
Okay, it's a woman, and she says,
Oh, I saw what you did over there. You're not gonna give me the same way.
Oh, I'm not.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You naughty little girl.
You're a little weird.
You're weird. And your name's not Muktuk, I know that much. So don't try me.
Your name isn't Madam Yang, or is it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to tell me your name, we could be our little secret, you know.
Oh,
and she taps her nose, and she says,
I know about this secret menu. Everybody's been talking about it. It's not so secret anymore.
Yeah. So, back to your name.
Mm-hmm. What do you think it is?
I don't know. Give me a hint.
Why would I do that? Alright, it starts with a B.
A bee.
A B.
A boo. You're no fun.
Can I walk up
for a
to him?
hint. Yeah, you walk up to him. Same lady?
It's a her.
Yeah, same lady.
Or her,
why not?
yeah, sorry.
I walk up to the same lady.
Ooh, you're a tall, handsome glass of secret menu tea.
He's wearing a mask.
Oh,
you
so
can't
you-
tell what he looks
So you
like.
know about the I'm still tall.
He's still tall, and he's built.
He's built.
Doesn't mean he's handsome. Just saying.
Are you saying this to her? And now
Jeez, all right.
people have just unshipped Meeka. Oh man, Meeka's such a jerk. She doesn't deserve
They
Brock.
could play it off
They
as
find that out.
jealousy.
Oh.
Now?
Fair
Let
point.
the
So
people ship who they want.
Let the ship sail.
Let the ship sail.
So I see you've been enjoying some of the Blissful Brews secret menu.
I have. Did you try some?
Oh yes, I go there every weekend, every Thursday. They have it, but however, they got to make sure that you're in the know to know, because you have to be in the know to get it. So I actually know Mr. Okaran, who runs the Blissful Brew, and he wanted me to go out and get the people interested on the list for the people who can come in on Thursdays and get that special secret menu. I know you love them.
It's so, yes.
Yeah, so I've got...
I didn't realize I loved them until tonight, but I love them.
Absolutely, and now that you love them, you're going to come in every Thursday with me. We can go together. I got to get your name for his list. This isn't even part of the game. I'm just out here because they're winding down, cleaning up back there. So we got to get you on the list before you get out of here, because otherwise you may not get this again.
Okay. Roll a trick.
What is trick with?
Is that creativity, I believe?
Yes. So I got a +1. So I got an 8.
8? Okay. So you get to pick one. They stumble, take +1 forward to acting against them. They act foolishly. The GM tells you what additional opportunity they give you. Or they overcommit and they're deceived for some time.
I'll say they overcommit and they're deceived for some time.
Yep, yeah, I think that makes the most sense. She says,
Oh, my name is Beatrice von Winkle. Am I on the list?
Absolutely, Beatrice. I'm going to go to Mr. Okaran right now, get your name on the list, and we will see you on Thursday.
Oh, wonderful. I can't wait.
Likewise. So I'll just walk straight past her to the game master and say, "Hey, that lady's Beatrice. I got her name."
Oh, is it? And he looks over and he says, Hey, Beatrice. And she turns around and he goes, Oh, yep, that's you. You're out. And she goes,
Oh, my. Well, that's fine. I'll have something to do on Thursdays now.
I'll see you.
That's what's important to me.
She takes off her mask and she walks away. And in the distance, you can hear her, she walks up to somebody else and she says,
I'm on the special list.
So what, now you're down to 7 people, including the 2 of you.
Bring out the weapons!
I'm gonna, can I do, how are these masks being held on?
So some of them have like straps in the back, so they tie on, and then a small number of what's left of people, maybe like 2 people, have them like with the sticks. You almost wonder if the people that chose the stick ones, their arms got tired from holding the stick the whole party, or they just got tired of doing it in general and they kind of gave up. So most of those people are gone. Not gone.
So you said people had the second change of clothes and they had like the tickets with them. So
Right.
Do those tickets just have numbers, or do they also have their names on them?
They would, well, they had like, invitations essentially. At this point, they don't have the invitations on them anymore. Those would have just been, so the invitations had their address, had their name and everything on it, but they put those with their clothes. Mm-hmm. So nobody assumed that anybody would necessarily pick up a mask that wasn't invited to the party and join in the game. So they didn't, think through that possibility. So they just, the invitations were solely for just getting the clothes back to the people that they changed out of. So
that would never happen.
Oh, so I can't do like a sleight of hand and be like, oh, your name is Phyllis.
Oh, I see what.
Can't pickpocket their tickets and just.
In theory, or pickpocket, other
We could
items.
turn the Blissful Brew into Starbucks. Gotta give us your name.
Oh,
Get a tea.
I was like, where is she going with that? And then I was like,
What
oh,
Starbucks are you going to?
But you'd have to mispronounce it. So if somebody's like, yeah, my name's Gary, you'd be like, hey, that's Jerry over there. Or Gareth, I don't know, whatever they
Stephen with a PH.
Stephen with a V.
No.
I never.
Yeah.
Because you would miswrite it.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
instead of Stephen with a V, it's Stephen with a PH. Or
there was a
or
Stephen
was
with
they?
a PH.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where is Stephen with a PH? Can we talk to him? Because he's
Oh, he's been here the whole time. He's been running around the party. He's making sure everything's up to date, especially now at the end because he's got to run around and give everybody their other half of their deposit or money or whatever.
How much trouble would I get in if somebody caught me removing somebody else's mask? Like, would that be a disqualification?
You would assume maybe? I mean, assuming that Meeka would assume that?
I just didn't know if there was rules specified.
Oh! Technically, no, but you wonder if maybe they might get upset. Seems a little hostile.
I was just gonna, walk behind them and be like, whoops.
I mean, you can always try. If you want to roll a... Let's call it... Again, since you're a rogue, let's call it a rely on your skills and training.
I might... I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, we'll put that option out there, just in case.
So at this point, how much time is left?
There is about 10 minutes
seconds.
left.
10 minutes left? Well, if there's 5 people left, including us, nobody knows us, and we can just, walk away and then come back with at least 50 yuan apiece. If you want to do that. So, I mean, nobody knows who we are.
Well, I figured we would stick it out to the end, but we have to get rid of the competition.
Okay. Are we having a conversation on
Telepathically.
Are we having a conversation now or just telepathically? What's happening?
No, I mean, you guys are standing there next to each
yeah.
other, so I mean, yeah, you could just be having this conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way, just so you know, Madame Yang is potentially dying.
What?
I'll fill you in later, but we need to...
Well, should we maybe be safer?
We need to address this after the party's over.
I don't like to be an accomplice to potentially murder.
You won't be an accomplice. I just had to keep her there for a while for safekeeping. She's fine.
Why would you tell me this?
And
And then just be like, oh, let's move
accessories.
on.
Because I need your
sharing
help.
sentence.
Because she is, our main competition. And I don't know how to handle her by myself, so I just incapacitated her for the time being, so we could all deal with her at the same time.
Incapacitated her? How exactly?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We're gonna be fine. So let's just finish this, and then we'll go deal
Well,
with
why
that.
even tell me?
Because now you know. You canonically know what is going on.
I don't know if I want to know.
Well, too bad. You know.
Brock is forcing this information on everybody.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna need your help and Bill's and Guauhan's, and we're gonna try and figure this out after the party. But for now, do you want to split up or try and take people on as a team to try and get some more money?
Probably as a team. I'm not as charismatic with the people, I don't know how to get their names off of them.
I guess I can only do that on drunk people. I can try with someone more sober.
So maybe teamwork, you
All
know?
right. Let's do it.
Okay.
So who's the next most drunk person?
You see a real scrawny looking guy, and you wonder if it probably doesn't take too much to get him there, but he definitely seems like he's out of it.
How old is this gentleman?
He looks like he is in his early 30s.
Early 30s.
And he's currently, not talking to someone, really. He's sort of two people are talking, and he's sitting on the stairs behind them, and he's talking, but he doesn't look like they're engaging with him at all. Looks like they're engaged with each other, and they're just trying to ignore him. Mm-hmm. So he might just be talking to himself.
All right.
He says...
Yeah, I was down at the park the other day, and there was this dog, and he was running around, and he was just doing some crazy stuff.
And you're just noticing that he's not, technically really talking to somebody.
Okay. So I'll walk up to him and I'm like, hey, were you talking about a dog? Because we just so happened to have seen a dog earlier today. How you been? I know that obviously you know that we're here for the game, but I'd just like to strike up a conversation. You look like you could use some friends.
Yeah, it was one of those chunky hippo dogs, one of them fat ones. So he was just kind of running around, and he was just barking, and yeah, it was. And he basically, I saw him. He was eating grass, and I thought, man, that was weird. He's eating grass.
Yeah, hippo
Who does
dogs
that?
typically don't eat that. I don't know why he was doing that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
So,
weird.
So I'll do the buddy thing, put the hand on the shoulders, like, whoa, dude, you've been
What?
working out. You're pretty huge, man.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, it's funny you should say that because I was chasing that hippo dog around the park, so probably really busted my muscles while I was doing that.
Yeah, your muscles look really busted, dude.
Dude, my legs, my thighs, they're real muscular from chasing that hippo dog around the whole park.
Yeah, you're looking lean. So I've been trying to get back to hitting the gym. Did you ever want to try and work out together? Be some workout buds, keep each other accountable?
Well, most of what I do is I chase the hippo dog around. So
Is that like what you do for your work?
no, well, I own the zoo.
Oh, you own the zoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I chase a lot of animals around, but that dang hippo dog, he just always causes me trouble.
Who owns the zoo?
He owns the zoo.
That's me. I own
Who's
the zoo.
he?
This our friend right here.
Right, me.
We've been trying to hit up the zoo every now and then. We've been trying to go, but we can never find the right time. Do you have like a business card on you that we could?
Yeah.
send?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Awesome.
I got one right here.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
He hands it to you.
So I pick up the business card. Ralph Wiggums.
That's me,
It is
Ralph
not-
Wiggums.
It is nice to meet you, Ralph. That's a Simpsons character. I just realized.
Yes. Yeah.
Ralph Wiggums, it is so nice to meet you.
Yep.
I shake his hand, I leave him and Meeka to their devices.
And as you walk away, you hear him saying, "Yeah, you'll have to come by and check out that hippo dog sometime. He's a real crazy critter. He's running around. He just keeps talking as you walk away. Like
He'll just talk at Meeka while I'm leaving. Meeka's taking one for the team, so I go up to the game master and I'm like, "Hey, that guy over there, his name is Ralph."
Yeah, we know Ralph, all right. Once we do.
All right, so that's 2 down. And
Yeah, he goes over there and he's like, "Hey, Ralph, you gotta go home." And Ralph's like, "Yeah, I gotta go back home. I gotta go deal with that dang hippo dog."
that dude is so fixed on the hippo dog.
He loves this hippo dog, man.
All right, well, it was great seeing you, Ralph. I'll go stop by the zoo sometime.
Right on, yeah, that's cool. You can come and check out my hippo dog. He's a crazy little guy.
Like hippo dog is a metaphor for something.
Oh gosh,
No, it's
who
like
knows?
Is there another
a hippo
young
dog
lady
is a
around?
dream.
Yeah, there is one young lady,
All right.
and she's sort of like sitting on the stairs. She's got not on the stairs themselves, but you know how like at fancier homes they have like the sides, the like concrete.
Double staircase?
Not like double staircase. What am I thinking? Like it's like a rail, sort of, but it's just like a big cement like wall rail. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a retaining wall?
Kind of, yeah, basically like a retaining wall alongside the stairs. And she's like sitting on that, and she's got like one knee up. She's got an arm across her knee. She looks pretty intense.
All right, I'm gonna plop down next to her
Okay.
in that same, knee up, arm on my leg.
Okay, you're just gonna
Matter,
mimic
and
her.
I'm just gonna be like, sup.
What are you doing here? Dad make you come along too?
Just being a valley teen girl is amazing.
I actually don't have a dad, but
Oh, sucks.
I mean,
Issues.
I mean,
he
it
can't
doesn't
make me
suck, I
come to the
guess.
party,
That's
so
right. Well, sorry, I was gonna get to that.
yeah.
We're right on. What do you? What's your favorite thing to do without a dad?
I'm like actively trying to hold back tears.
You gotta rule out catch.
I like to, do my own thing, go my own places.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that.
Well, you could. You just,
I kind of do.
Oh.
Yeah,
So, you just, go hang out sometime.
maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty busy though.
Oh, well,
I got a gang.
Oh, yeah. I I've heard of a few gangs, around town.
Wait, a few? Are you serious right now?
Yeah, serious
Who are
right now. Like the Coyote Boars,
The Wild Coyote Boars?
Yeah.
That's my gang.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, we are pretty sick. But wait, who are these other gangs? Because if there's other gangs out there, we're gonna run them out. We'll mess them up.
There's like the Squid Gang.
Gang? What's their deal?
Well, they keep
What kind
around
of fun
like,
are they running?
they carry around a squid. That's kind of weird, but
They're running a squid? What does that even mean?
No, they carry
Is that a new
around a
thing?
squid. Like a
Like
tortoise
running a squid? Is that like a drug thing or something?
It's not necessarily a drug thing. It's more like it's like a booze thing.
Oh my gosh, they got like an illegal speakeasy thing going on?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No, not at all.
I guess that doesn't really step on our front, so I guess no big deal.
I mean, it doesn't step.
But like
on
if they
it.
do step on our front, then it's a big deal. And we'll
Well, I
deal with
mean, they might,
it in a big way.
competition.
Am I with Meeka right now, or is she off on her own?
I think she's over kind of off on her own a little bit.
Okay, then
Unless
I'm
you
not.
chose to follow me.
I mean,
I just started walking over to this chick and plopped down next to her, so.
if you want help, then I can try and help. But if you think you got this,
I mean, you saw her walk over there, so yeah, I mean, if you want to engage.
it's up to you. I'll stay out of it if you want to try. And help.
Okay,
You're like
well,
giving each other this entire
like-
conversation just through your eyes.
He's, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to make his way over there, and the guy's
I'm gonna-
like, here's
I'm gonna
pictures
double-
of my hippo dog.
double wink at you.
He's gonna give him the old double wing. Brock knows exactly what
It's
that
a little
means.
Alright,
blurry
so-
because I'm chasing him.
All right, so I'll meander over there and be like, so I heard you're part of the Wild Coyote Boars.
Wow, you've got like really good ears.
They are award winning. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
He has
She,
this
like,
whole
looks over,
He has
she,
this
like,
whole
kinda,
thing
like,
where he
looks
like listens to the rocks,
What do they say?
They
they like
mainly
talk?
sing.
Really?
Yeah, they like rock.
It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, it's pretty cray.
I dig it.
I know. You dig rocks. I dig dirt.
Well, I mean,
So
I don't like dig, but like,
I dig in the mine the whole day through.
sounds
Before-
kind of dirty.
It's so dirty. So
Oh,
so like
learned something about that character.
I don't like the direction rocks go.
I'm just gonna, sneak back in here and be like, hey, so your gang, is it looking for new affiliates?
Maybe if you got what it takes.
I might have what it takes,
You think so?
I don't got a dad,
You got me there. That is like top the checklist.
Well, I'm just saying, like...
Only like one of our members doesn't have a dad.
Well,
So.
I'm just saying, like, if you really want me to be part of this gang, like, I have nothing to, tie me down, hold me back,
I dig that. I
I
dig that.
can give it...
She says, "Well, I mean, I don't dig it like that guy, but like I dig what you're saying. I dig the dirt you're putting down.
Dope.
So,
Speaking of dope, are you guys aware of the other gang that's going on selling dope in the area?
yeah, is that the Squid Gang?
No, it's not the Squid Gang.
It's not.
No, it's another one. It's called the BN Gang. They call it the short for Boys Night Gang. It's all guys.
What?
It's an all male gang, but they only attack at night. But you know what? They're using a tea shop as their front.
What?
Yeah, you guys ought to take them out.
What?
I heard you guys are pretty tough, so you probably should try and take them out.
What's the tea gang or the tea shop?
It's called some like hot leaf juice. I think is what it's
Leaf
called.
juice. Okay, I'll bring that to our main guy.
Yeah, they're out there.
He knows things.
They're out there with the wacky tobacco.
Really?
And the hash cookies and the.
I don't know. I just feel like if someone's dealing like drugs, and that's gonna like really take the top off of our protection ring, and that's gonna be a problem, obviously. So we're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, you can't have that.
No, absolutely not. So thanks for letting me know. I'll
Yeah, so
Are you
like,
both like interested in joining? I mean, you're a big guy, which is like pretty dope.
I could use some money on the side.
Yeah, and then you got like a small but agile thing, I think, going
Yeah,
on. You guys
for
like
sure.
you guys like Benders?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But like what kind of bender?
I'm an earthbender.
Oh, right on.
And water.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She snaps her fingers, and a small ignition of fire comes off of her finger. She's like, but you can't guess what I am.
That's kind of hot.
You don't even know what I look like. You don't even know what I look like. 'Cause,
Well-
mask on.
Well, I don't want to say take it off.
Glad you didn't use that verbiage, Alex.
Can I stop talking?
Rock adjusts the mask so that it's also covering his mouth.
Rock is digging himself up. I am here.
I am
That's brave. You're digging yourself as big as Madame Yang's.
Now he's short of breath.
Yeah, so like, how do we go about joining your gang? You know, do we go and say, hey, so and so sent us, bro?
Oh yeah. After this mask game, just I'll give you my name and I'll tell you where to go.
Dope. Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Cool.
But like, you won't. After the game, you have to give us your name.
Well, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna lose this game. My game needs the money. We're gonna buy.
Girl, I did not think you're
Cynthia
stupid.
needs an operation.
I just, didn't know like how I would go about finding you. And I don't know what you look like. I don't know your
Well, you'll
name.
know what I look like after the game's over. I'll take my mask off. No big deal.
You want to just come up with another how do you brew and just spill it on her or something? So she has to take the mask off for some reason.
And you see Mr. Yotaku, and he shouts out, he says, "You all have 30 seconds to
There's
get your
still
guesses."
7 of us left.
Well, there's 4.
There are 4, yeah.
Oh.
4
So-
plus you guys.
Yeah, so that's... Wait,
6.
So 6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's still 40 yuan a piece.
You do math really fast.
Well, that's 40 plus a little bit left over. But we still got 40. That's 80. So long as no one finds both of us out, then that's closer to what we need.
Hey, do you want to help us figure out the rest of these people?
I've been trying, but I don't know. It's not really my thing. I don't talk to these people when my dad makes me come to these stupid parties.
Who is
I
your
mean,
dad?
like, yeah.
Oh, my dad? Yeah, it's Shifu is their name. It's not the one you're thinking of. It's his brother. So I'm his niece? Is that what they call him?
Oh. So your uncle is the family that's running this whole thing?
Well, I mean, like, they're, like, on the side. Like, they're, like, the co-host, you could say. Like, the Yotaku family, like, this is their house. They're, like, in charge or whatever. But, like, my uncle, he, like, helps pay for things. And then he gets, like, part of the credit for the whole thing. And, like, he gets to, like, promote his business or something. I don't know. It's rich people stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, business people, fancy stuff. It's not really my thing.
You seem like a tough one to break, so I'm just gonna try and wait out the clock. I don't know about Meeka.
Okay, yeah, seems. I mean, like I said, I don't know any of these people, so
Same, for
I don't
sure.
care. It's not that important. All right, and then as you guys are kind of like sitting back to wait, sure enough, like a couple seconds later, Mr. Yotaku says, "All right, the game is over. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. That works out to about 41.66666 repeating. So let's just say 41 coins apiece. Here you go." And he starts to he hands it over to Steven with a PH because it was all in one big bag. Steven with a PH starts pulling out smaller sacks that he just is carrying with him, and he's been handing everybody all this money through these smaller sacks. So he starts to quickly distribute it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then he gives each of you 41 yuan coins. Shortly after that, he comes rushing up to the Blissful Brew booth, and he gives you guys your other 250 coins, which was the other half you'd get after the event. So,
Thank you,
Yeah.
Stephen.
Oh, yes. And thank you so much for participating in our event and being one of our caterers.
Could you? I don't know.
Yes.
Could I persuade you, possibly, to give us part of the money that the Hot Leaf Juice Company, their half, for afterwards? Because I noticed, and I talked to a lot of people, and I'm sure you noticed, that we had a lot more customers at our booth than Hot Leaf Juice. And I heard at least 40 people complaining about their tea, and they came out to ours. And we served customers at least 5 teas a piece each. I think we pulled way more weight than they did.
No, I mean, you make a very good point, sir. Give me just a moment. I will be right back.
And he rushes off, and then a few moments later, he returns with Mr. Yotaku himself. And Mr. Okuran is quickly readjusts his robe, which he had like literally hanging off the entire top half of his body.
Let it all go. Until I'm off shift.
He takes like a rag and he quickly like wipes a bunch of the sweat off of himself, and he says, "Oh, Mr. Yotaku, it's an honor, sir." And he gives him a bow.
Bill gives him a bow too when he sees him come up.
And Mr. Yotaku says,
Well, it's come to my attention that there was a bit of obscurity between the tea service. Definitely unexpected on my end as far as which direction it would lean towards, but it would seem that your business did pick up quite a bit more than the other business did. So, yes, I am willing to compensate you a percentage of the Hot Leaf Juice's profits they were supposed to receive at the end here, since they did not live up to the contract they had signed, and in fact give you the money for overproducing. Somebody had told me you had required additional ingredients, which you were able to supply, which is very impressive at such short notice. So obviously you've proven yourself very responsible. So yes, Stephen with the PH, give them the other half that was supposed to go to Hot Leaf Juice. I will handle Hot Leaf Juice and explaining my disappointments to Madame Yang.
Well, thank you so much, sir.
Yes, and I must say, I feel as though I owe you, Mr. Oberon, a bit of an apology myself. It seems that I was under the impression that a large chain such as Hot Leaf Juice would have been more responsible and capable, and that was what I was led to believe by a certain member of the Shifu family, so don't blame me too much. But I must say, you have definitely impressed me, and I will definitely be reaching out to you again, and I sincerely apologize for the sort of mishandling of your initial contract in the past. Mr. O'Ground's like, "Oh, thank you, sir. I truly appreciate it, and yes, of course, you feel free to reach out to us at any time, and we would be happy, and more than happy, honored even, to cater at your next party, your next big event." It sounds good. I will see you next time, Mr. O'Connor. And you, sir.
and he bids you both adieu after handing you the money, and he heads away.
Bill looks at Gohan and he goes, "Yeah, we did it."
Mr. Okuran comes over and he says, "Bill, that was very clever of you. That was very clever indeed. I never would have even thought about it. I was just so, like, I don't know how to say it. You know your way to handle people for sure. You are very charismatic."
When you work the front of house and you talk to people all day, you kind of catch on to things, and I caught on to the fact that Hot Leaf Juice was, sucking the fun out of this place.
Oh,
I figured
yes, it's right.
we added a little extra fun at the end of the night.
That's right, indeed. Yes, they fell so flatly behind. I don't even know what happened. I can only imagine they were so unprepared. I suppose that's what happens when you try to come to a different location. You try to haul your equipment. It all goes to mess. That's why I like to.
They probably were tired from all the traveling. They probably broke a bunch of stuff in traveling.
I can't even imagine all those.
That's why you always go local.
That's right. You always go local. It's a better business model.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure all the rich families learned that tonight.
That's right, they did. Wow. Boys, I just want to pause for a moment and say that I'm proud of both of you. You two stuck by my side. Nothing against Brock and Meeka. I don't know where they're off, and I'm sure they were doing their thing to help us in some way, shape, or form.
I'm pretty sure they were promoting.
Oh,
that could be part of the reason why we had so much
traffic. You make a good point. Yes, that's a good point. So, but I just want you guys to know that I really appreciate you guys sticking by my side and really helping me make sure that this tea party was everything it needed to be and everything went well. You guys worked really hard tonight, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Ocaron.
Oh, whoa. No need to cry, young man. It's okay. You did so good, and I'm proud of you both. And I don't know, but I think we might be able to save the Blissful Brew with what we've got.
I hope so.
Do we have enough?
I think so.
All right. Well, I guess let's get things packed up and head home, and tomorrow we'll deal with tomorrow when it comes.
And Guo looks over at the crate where he's secreted some of those bottles, and he's like, I think we can save the Blissful Brew with what we've got as he pats the crate.
All right.
And with the Blissful Brews pop-up shop success bringing smiles to the exhausted Mr. Ocaron, Bill, and Guo, we will call it an end to episode 10. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Of course, don't forget to follow or subscribe to our podcast through whatever podcast site that you're using, such as iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and others. Additionally, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just look for the social media icons. Following us on social media gives you access to all news, announcements, and of course new episodes as they are released. You can check out our website, bendersandbrews.com, which will feature all of our episodes as well as news, announcements, and even cool character and player profiles. It's a great hub of information for the Benders and Brews podcast. And finally, we would be truly humbled if you would be willing to take the time to leave us a review if your podcast site allows you to do so, such as on iTunes. Or, in the case of YouTube, you can hit the like and subscribe button and drop us a comment. Tell us about what you thought about our podcast episodes. It sure would mean a lot to us. Avatar Legends is a tabletop role-playing game created by Magpie Games. Nickelodeon, Avatar, and all related titles, logos, and characters are trademarks of Viacom International Inc., all rights reserved. I also want to thank the following artists who you can find on Fiverr for their amazing creative work on this podcast. Character art was done by alessiopapadraw. Background art by Kennicchi. Music by Joe Timms 215. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.